I'm here to see Merchant of Venice with Al Pacino.
Well, I'm very excited to support my good friend Lily Rabe. We love her 100%, and so I'm really here to support her. And, you know, it's a pretty good kicker to see Al Pacino on stage.
I'm across the street. I was wondering. I thought it was pretty amazing that I'm across the street from Al Pacino. Sure, he doesn't feel the same way, but, you know.
This is the best that the public theater has to offer, which in my humble opinion means that this is the best that American theater has to offer.
It's a big event because a lot of people have been talking about the interpretation of this Merchant of Venice is unlike any other, so that really speaks to the way Dan Sullivan has conceived the production, and also because it's Al Pacino.
I've never seen Al Pacino on stage. I'm really excited. I've heard amazing things about him.
The fact that he's bringing people into the theater who might not normally come is awesome, and he was spectacular this summer. I can only imagine he's even more spectacular now, and yeah, I'm thrilled to see it.
I'm looking forward to a good show. You know, I've heard good things about the actors in here, so it should be fun.
They'll come for Al Pacino, but they'll leave singing Shakespeare.
It's an actor's dream to be in a play like The Merchant of Venice, to work with such incredible people like this one here. I mean, it doesn't really get any better than that, you know what I mean?
Let's see, Al Pacino, Broadway, Dan Sullivan and Shakespeare. That is my idea of the, you know, that's the quartet I like.
It was a great night, it was a great house, the show's terrific, it's fantastic, I feel great.
It's such a surreal experience. And for my first time out on Broadway, I mean, I lucked out. You know, Dan Sullivan, this amazing production, Al Pacino, Jesse, it's phenomenal.
This production is an interesting lesson in what hatred, how it can damage society as a whole.
Ultimately, I think it's about relationships and how money is tied up in relationships and the danger of that. And when you stop seeing people as human beings and more as a monetary entity, and I think it's a play about being human and treating people like people rather than like something else.
I think it's one of Shakespeare's greatest plays because everybody from all walks of life are represented in the show. You know, from the layman to the wealthiest person in the particular community of Venice.
There are a lot of superheroes in our show. Let me just put that out there. Like, there are some superstars in this show, not just Al.
When they first asked me to do Merchant of Venice, I said Lily Rabe is Portia. There was never anybody else in my head.
It's a 3-hour play. I'm in like 5 minutes. So it's like the most boring job I couldn't turn down because every single one of those 5 minutes is with Al Pacino.
There's one guy called Al Pacino who I think is going to have a healthy career.
Oh, Al Pacino, yeah. He's a trip, this guy. I mean, he's absolutely incredible. I don't know where he came from, but he's absolutely incredible.
And he's such a fantastic stage actor. Of course, we all know him from film, but to see him on the stage, it's great.
For people who are not accustomed to seeing Shakespeare plays, it's really worth coming to check out. I mean, it's a lot of fun. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It makes you think about the world, and particularly the world that we live in.
This show is amazing. This show makes Shakespeare accessible to everyone, first of all. Second of all, Al Pacino, need I say more?
It is the best Shakespeare production I've ever watched. Time flies by. You'll have a great time. I mean, it's very funny. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's better than Cats.
If you prick us, do we not bleed? Huh? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that.